Whether you want to admit it or not, addiction gave your life purpose. It gave you a reason to wake up in the morning, and it gave you a solid objective that you were trying to chase every single day. It gave you a reason to leave the house, get some money together, go out and meet some people. That was the sole purpose of your life, just to get high. And what happens when you take that away? Well, now you're left with this void inside of yourself that you're trying to fill. You spent so much of your waking hours of your daily life surrounded by this addiction, for this addiction, doing things to fulfill this addiction, that now you have to fill that time with. And so how do you do that? If you don't consciously decide, you're going to fill it with other random things that probably don't even want to fill it with, you know? A lot of people start getting addicted to their phones, watch too much TV, might scroll on computer too much, play too many video games. You know, it's a very long list that if you're not consciously doing it, you're going to subconsciously find something else to fill that time with. And that void you're feeling, that's the lack of purpose in your life. And it doesn't mean it has to be a super grand, big purpose, a life's purpose. You don't have to have that figured out right away. You're just trying to get through day by day, week by week, month by month. That's all that's important right now. We don't have to have your next 30 years figured out, all right? We're just trying to get to Tuesday, right? We're not trying to figure out 10, 15, 20 years from now. If you have that path and you got that plan, I mean, that's great. Like, continue on it. Like, stick true to that, you know? But if you're just trying to make it through each and every day, this is what's going to help you. By slowly filling that void and finding things to fill in that time gap, that's what's going to give you that sense of purpose, right? And that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be a giant thing. It can be just small little things that you're stacking every single day. It can be, you know what, I'm going to meditate every single day for this week. I'm going to do yoga every single day for this week. I'm going to practice my mindfulness techniques every single day for this week. And just see where that gets you, you know? It's just a week commitment. It's not that long. If that feels like too long, whatever, man. Just today. I'm just going to do it today. And that can be just your purpose for the day, right? Just check it out of the box. Because what you're doing is you're stacking little things on purpose, because that's going to feel purposeful. And that's going to make you feel fulfilled that you accomplished something. And the goal of this is to start stacking accomplishments. You want to start feeling like you achieve something every day. Doesn't matter big or small, right? It's still a sense of achievement. And what that's going to do is, over time, the more you feel achieved, the more that you're going to bring opportunities to yourself to be able to achieve in. Okay? And then you're going to be ready to attack those opportunities because you know, hey, I can do this, I can handle this, I've done this. It's also important to remember and to look back at the things you have accomplished, right? Like, you got sober and you're sticking on this path. That's a big achievement. You have to give yourself props for that. Take pride in it. It's a big accomplishment. A lot of us just think that's just part of life, you know? Like, we got clean. Like, what else was I supposed to do? I was miserable. Well, you still did it, man. You still got up and you still got clean, and you're sticking to being clean. That's huge, you know? A lot of us relapse, and I'm sure 99% of people watching this video, if this is, like, feeling meaningful to you, I'm sure you relapsed 100 times, right? And it's tough, man. You want to get clean, and it's hard. So take pride in that accomplishment that you are now clean. And purpose, it's going to be personal to everybody, just like success is personal to everybody, right? So, you know, you read a lot of comments online on what success is to people, and that can start to cloud your thoughts, and you can start to think like, oh, okay, so that's what success means. But maybe success doesn't mean that to you. Success to one person could be, hey, I'm going to make $1 million this year. Great. Some people could care less about that, right? Like $1 million, they don't need that much money. They're good with 40 grand a year. All their stuff's paid off, and they're just doing something that makes them happy and feel fulfilled. And that could be an insane success to a lot of people out there. So they don't have to worry about their bills, and they're doing something they actually love doing. That could be a bigger success than $1 million a year, right? So it's important that you figure out what purpose means to you, right? Like, if you want to figure out your big life purpose, I mean, go for it, you know? Nobody's stopping you. But if you're struggling just to get day by day, I think it's smart to just start with the little things. Find something small to feel purposeful, because then you're going to start stacking those little things, and that's what's going to add up to what matters. So you have to get clear, and I mean very clear, on what it is you want. right? So you have to sit down, no distractions, get away from the social media, all the comments that you're reading, all these distractions just coming in, and just sit there. Put on some relaxing music, grab a little bit of water, grab your favorite pen and a notebook, and just start writing. Just write what you want out of life, write what you want to feel every day. Write what that means to you, right? Because it doesn't matter what some random commenter thinks, right? It doesn't matter what life they want. It matters what life you want. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants, because it's not their life. This is your life. We're trying to fill the void in your chest, not their chest. And it's not even just all random commenters, right? Like, you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of new people too, and they're leading you on a better path. So their thoughts and their opinions, they're gonna carry a lot of weight to you. But it's important to see if you actually agree with that, or if you feel slightly different and you want your life to look a little different than how theirs does. And that's completely okay. That's cool. You gotta live your life, right? You gotta do what makes you happy, not what makes somebody else happy just because they're staying sober. So you're sitting down, writing these thoughts out. What's important to me? What feelings do I want to feel from my life? What feelings do you want to invoke from your life? And just see where that takes you. It might even take you on a whole different path, and that's cool. You don't have to use these questions to a T. It's just a starting point, right? It's just a starting point to get your brain flowing, get your thoughts in that headspace, just so you can start feeling what those thoughts actually bring. What exactly is happiness, right? Because that's different to everybody too, right? Be careful that we don't get caught up in wanting more than what's realistic. So we have to be grateful for what it is we do have, because the more grateful we are for what we have, the more the universe is going to bring to us to be grateful for. So when you show that gratitude, you're going to bring more things in to be grateful for. And you're going to go around looking through life and just finding little things to be grateful for. Like just looking around and seeing how green everything is if you're in a foresty area. Looking around and just seeing that, hey, sun's shining today, it feels pretty good. Or if you've had a lot of sun and you're like me and it's just like, can you go away for a little bit, man? And you get a cloudy day. It's like, all right, this is nice. I can enjoy this. The sun's not beating on me today. This feels really nice. And you're just grateful for the little things. And that'll bring more and more things to be grateful for into your life, right? That's why it's really important to practice that mindfulness stuff. It teaches you to just be mindful throughout the day. And purpose ties into all of this, right? That's why it's important just to find the little things to feel purposeful for. That's why I feel like this mindfulness stuff is super important, because then we can focus on why these things are feeling purposeful to us, and we can understand that even though it's not some big grand life mission, that's okay. It's okay to just find purpose in the little things, because those little things, they stack up, they stack, and they just feel good. It just simply feels good just to feel good, right? We're not doing this to figure out some hidden meaning of life. We're just doing this for the sake of feeling good and just filling up this time and this void that's just inside of us. Another thing that you can do that's good to fill in all that time, because I know the little things are not going to take up a bunch of time, is you can join like a club or like a sports rec league. The good thing about the clubs and the sport rec leagues is there's a lot of facets to it, right? You're going to have a structured schedule on when you need to be somewhere. You're going to have other people that are going to influence you, so you're going to be more likely to actually get up and do it because you're not going to want to let them down. We have a tendency that we can let ourselves down a lot easier than other people, especially a group of other people. They're going to be relying on you to be there and show up, to participate. It's also going to put you around other people that are living a life that you kind of want to live, right? So you're going to be around more positive influences. And if you struggled with alcohol, or you're part of the 12 steps where you have to be just 100% sober, there's a ton of rec leagues where it's non-alcohol, no drugs, no nothing. I know a lot of sports leagues, you're going to drink while you're actually participating in these things, or you're going to go out afterwards and have some drinks. So there's a ton of them that are non-alcoholic and all drug-free. So that's probably the ones you want to start looking at. And it's also going to fill up a bunch of your time, right? Because it's a big structured schedule. You're going to have things to do after the classes, after the leagues, That's another thing. You can join some just classes. There's classes that interest you, a cooking class. There's a ton of them. Do some research. Look into it. You might find something that you actually enjoy.